Hello everyone, this is Samir the Knight, and welcome back to another live stream with me playing Final Fantasy XIV. Let's get started. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Take a moment to get inside, but looking forward to today's content. We're finally done with the main story for the most part for Stormblood. Everything else main story wise is just there's several patches worth of new quests that were included after the base expansion, but you know, and we'll tackle that story and what eventually will lead to the beginning of Stormblood. But we've unlocked access to a whole bunch of series of side quests, which is going to be the focus of today's stream. I kind of made mention of it last time, but there's a whole bunch here. There's a few in Kugane, and today's focus is gonna be on what's in front of us right here. Here's Biggs and Wedge, and the quest in particular is called the Hunt for Omega, and I looked them up just to see what each of these quests would be. And yeah, this one specifically is for unlocking the content that will lead to the Omega related stuff and the raids associated with it. So I figured I would focus on that today. In the meanwhile, between Monday and today, though, you'll see that I'm level 58 with my Scholar. So I've been grinding out Poetics on the main scenario quest roulettes and some other dungeons. And using those Poetics to farm the materials I need for... or the Poetics I need to buy the gear that I can get. So I got all the stuff I can for my Black Mage. Everything is item level 400, except this, because there's only one ring you can buy, and I have to work on getting something good enough to fit here. So that's something we'll have to worry about later. And after that, I started working on my White Mage, and I got a couple of things. I got the weapon, got the mask, and I got the chest piece, and I got the legs, and we need to work on the rest. So yeah, so still a working process, just have to keep working on it. Today we're just going to be kind of sticking to Black Mage for the time being, and let me turn that down, it's a little loud for me. We'll stick with Black Mage for the time being and just kind of push forward with this. So we're gonna just focus on this today. No job quest. We'll tackle the Scholar job quest at a later time when I feel like it. So, anything in particular else I want to do? I think we'll just focus on this. The rest of the stuff unlocks like dungeons and let's see, some other, yeah, mostly like dungeons. There's a few in Kugane. And they're all pretty much dungeons and trials and raids. So we're just going to focus on this because this is quite literally the most outstanding thing in terms of the Stormblood main story that, you know, that's kind of left unanswered, is what happened to Omega, hence the title of today's video. And I know it's a series of raids, and the raids have always been you know, somewhat related to the main story itself. The Alliance raids in A Realm Reborn were very important for lore-wise. Things were going on, but then like the Binding Coil of Bahamut was very important for wrapping up what actually happened in 1.0. So really, both of these are really important for the story. Heaven's Word, these Alliance Raid series wasn't as... I personally feel it wasn't as story impactful for the overall narrative. But, you know, it's still a good series. Alexander Raids was definitely important. Again, Alexander being another primal. And his involvement in what we do as Scions, so... Yeah, so I'm kind of curious what we'll come up with now for Stormblood. Obviously, the Omega stuff will be... I think it's an Alliance raid, just from what I've seen online. But yeah, we'll be very curious to see how things will play out, and the story involved with that in particular. So I've seen like some of the fights with Omega, but mostly, you know, again, context-wise, I have no idea what's going on, and it's mostly I pulled them up anyway just from watching music videos too. So I just like pulling up music videos, so it tends to lead to me getting a little bit spoiled sometimes. But thankfully, I've been stuck away from anything, you know, majorly, you know, like context-wise, like what led to that. So great example was the fight against Shinryu, aka Xenos. Like, I had no idea that was Xenos himself during that whole thing. I was, you know, when I watched the videos, so I just thought, oh hey, it's cool, it's Shinryu the dragon. I know who he is, but I mean, I don't know what the context is or how he got to the fight. So kind of the same point I was trying to get at last time when we streamed. So, okay, anyway. Well, I'll be damned, Samir. If this isn't fate, I don't know what is. Am I going to be helping you guys again with another expedition? The hunt for Omega. Wedge wears the expression of a man at his wit's end. Yeah, because as we saw at the end of the last stream, as like this post-story content, or, you know, post-credit stuff, Nero was assigned to help out the, our friends here in their company. And I can only imagine that's only going to lead to trouble, so let's see how that plays out. Samir, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Rogger's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and that it was shackled with some very distinctive looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done. Only you know what could have done something like that. And the fact that the restraint were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I was having trouble reading that. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that. The bindings that were on Shinryu, and I didn't actually connect the dots until just a second. The thing that Xenos cut in half looked exactly like Omega's face. So the bindings that were on Shinryu were actually from Omega, which only could have happened after Sid told it to shut down. So yes, I agree. Suggested it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhaps it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. I would be glad to. Okay, so now I am very intrigued because, again, this is like the kind of the last thing that's really. I want to wrap up with a nice bow in terms of the whole overall narrative when it comes to Stormblood here. Well, I'll be damned. Nero Toscala. Come now, Chief, this isn't terribly constructive. Go on, suggest something, and I'll be sure to do the exact bloody opposite. So much for improving efficiency. You obviously don't know who this guy is if you spot the problem. Yes, I do. I do spot the problem. Well, I'll be damned. Surprised? Aye, so are we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make that any clearer. I love his shades, to be honest. This guy's being like a cool guy. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that'll be the extent of your cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefy of you, Chief. I'll have you know, I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Fuck you, dude. Then I trust you to thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I'll not have him on arrest, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated, effective immediately. The thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full, and it wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is, we could do with his expertise now. Let him earn his keep, at the very least. She's like, yes. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represented an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance. Him! Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving. Be an ass and leave. Yeah, I got other shit to do. See ya. Tisk. It's not like you to shirk your duties, hero. Were you not present at Omega's activation? And are you not therefore just jointly responsible for the havoc it may wreak if left to its own devices? I think we both know the answer. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Don't rope me into this. Forgive me, Samir. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. Sid, it's only for you that I would do this. The fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I for one would feel a lot more confident about serving the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? For you, Sid, anything. Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem! The etheric concentration levels at the Yon are soaring. Our readings doubled from the one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check, they doubled again. But that could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Biggs, Wedge, Samir, I need you with me at the dawn, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and, if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief, watch yourself out there. What? I don't trust you, Nero. And am I to stay and mind the shop, too? Up to you, man. Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten. Not supremacy through elegance and ingenuity. Breach this contract and I'll have my pawns of flesh. Alright, Elot, let's go. I don't trust this. I don't trust Nero as far as I can chuck him, so... Alright, so, with that... finally coming over here. I hope Estinian shows up as part of this. Maybe not. Either way, though. Oh, wow, that's new. That is new. That was not like this before. That's frightening. What the hell is going on? I've got a bad feeling about this. Likewise. Crikey, it was just plain old hole before. Huh, would you look at that? Sid, what are we looking at? Drinking some tea here. Okay, seriously, what are we looking at? Looks like a pool of acid, but something tells me it's a lot worse than that. What in the hell is going on here? A verbal sea of condensed aether. Our precious has been busy. What villainy is this? Oh, hey, we haven't seen you in a while. In slumber sweet have I lain since mine offerings war with men did end. I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Yeah, Midgar Zomer, what are you... Seriously, yeah. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lies Omega. Do you know about Omega? Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth eons and stars. What? Oh god, what's happening? What the fuck is that, a dragon and a weird-ass baby chocobo? What? That's a weird-looking chocobo. Chief, get out of here! Eh, you're not dead. Thanks, Biggs. Apparently not. It passed through me, as if it were some sort of illusion. Midgar, would you have something? 'Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega's a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving aether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become corporeal a corporeal threat ere long. Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's gone. While this peculiar thing remains. Yeah, is... Quer? Quah! If it looks like a chocobo and quests like a chocobo, I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo? Except it's weird looking? Like a cartoony chocobo for in a place that's very, you know, realistic? I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't seem to pose any immediate threat. Fascinating. We should dissect it in the name of science. Nero? No. You heard him quit, didn't you? He's a chocobo, I'm sure of it. I mean, yeah. It looks like a chocobo in the same way and Mammoth looks like a person, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it doesn't look real. What's the deal here? Oh god, we got the goofy music. It looks like a cartoon, what a cartoonish figure would look like in a fantasy set, in a fantasy world. You know? The way it quays isn't like a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lollapalooza rides are all about this size, aren't they? I suppose. Alright, let's go with chocobo for now. Can I help you? What do you... Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Oh, for me to... Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Samir? Aren't you going to introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend? This is Midgar Zomer. You know, the big fucking dragon out in... Who fell in the battle? Yep. What? The Midgar Zomer? Who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? Yep. And here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not. That being relevant knowledge. There's much we could learn from him. Little and less is known about Omega's origin. I'm surprised these guys don't know who Midgar Zomer is, because, yeah, we came in flying with him into Ishgard at some point, and I guess only like the Ishgardians know who he is, or at least have seen him. I'm just surprised Midgar Zomer was making an appearance. His relevance was done at the end of Heavensward, so little and less is known about Omega's origin. It first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era, before the Allegan Empire reached its zenith, and said records had but the one thing to say: Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Allegans enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales. 'Twas always assumed that the Allagans built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. Right, so, again, for story purposes, right, Omega was what the Allagans used to capture Bahamut and put up into the moon, the Red Moon, which was the second moon in the sky up till, you know, the end of 1.0. It was kind of like a jail system that they were using to house the Primal and use it as a power source for their creations. So, served two purposes. One, to contain Bahamut, and two, to use it to siphon energy from it. At the end of 1.0, the Garleans caused it to crash, and that's what led to the Calamity, which then you see that in the Realm Reborn opening cinematic where Bahamut just kind of wrecks shit. So that all happens, and then you get the kind of finale of what actually happens towards the end of the Binding Call of Bahamut raids that I mentioned earlier in the stream. So anyway, yeah. But now Midgar's armors tell us that it's not even of our world. Just so, it hails from another star. More than that, I will not say. I have spoken with this being. It telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, where it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight. Yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over onto this world. Ordered to fight by Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. Wait, are you saying we should jump in? You have not to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal in Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. I would appreciate that. So, really? So you, really can show us around inside the hole, can you? Queer, queer. Okay. Seems we have a little bit of a fight. Are we seriously thinking about going for a dip in the pink muck? The day just keeps getting better and better. I'm not too keen on this jumping idea. There are rocks that can swim better than me. Quar. Alright, well, let's do it. Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the father of the dragons has given his assurance. Let's take our investigation into the yawn. I had already appraised Jessie of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us in there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? You know it. Always ready. Let us begin. Let me go in first, guys. Whoa. What's with the chocobo? We're all like faded except him. What is this place? And what's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. I am Omega, and I've awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Experiment. If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. Whoa, we're disappearing. Non-participating enemies will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Oh, we probably don't want to get it seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear we have to do it, don't you? The chocobo can't fucking tell me anything, so... Alright, we consent. Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. I'm just kind of afraid that deleting means like he'll delete us and then we'll be just dead because we're still in there, as opposed to like kicking us out. And where the fuck are we? Very like the ethereal rift, interdimensional rift. Okay. Very like inside a computer or something? Looks like a manner of tower or egg. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is Subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative. However, pending assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects, your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat abilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. So Alpha needs to give us his permissions or his admin rights or something. Huh, an invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We are accepting it, of course. It's preferable to summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. Don't really have a choice now, do we? We've already kind of agreed to this. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Wait, is it like only us or him? Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. Is this a world that I can actually explore and walk around in? No telling what awaits. Stay sharp. So, where do we go exactly? Would help if there was a path. I think this floor moves. But this is one of those monitors. It's different than the ones from earlier. Take the lead, Samir. We'll follow. Okay. Wait, it's invincible. No good. It's protected by some kind of barrier. Ooh, barriers are my specialty. I'll have this down before you know it. What's with the box, though? Now this is my kind of battle. Chief, something's happened with the cube. Oh, so it changes into a life form, and a hostile one at that. Alright, so how much stronger am I now? Now that I have my full set of gear here. Is Mogar Somer actually doing anything? I don't think so. Okay. Another box. Another one. Seems they'll continue spawning so long as the monitor is operational. Hold on, Wedge. That leaves just the enemy. Okay, this is a little slow though. They could have sped this up. I'm happy to see that they're all fighting at least. Except Midgar. Midgar's not doing shit. Some kind of teleporter. Let them go first. Looks like we're going through. Someone's eager. Come on, let's follow. Okay, there's more this time. Yet another model. Right, the same approach as before. Wagons Bridge, the monitor is yours. The rest of the lieutenant to the enemy. Wherever you're ready, Samir. Alright. Cool. We finish it up and then we just clean up all the enemies. Alright, so far so good. Nothing moving along like clockwork. You know, no hesitation. Of course, for mortal. I like the bicker between, or not, banter between him and Midgar apparently there. And that's the last of my tea. Now we got actual monsters here. The structure ahead must be the Deltascape. Okay. And there's 2 monitors in the way. Tangil says there's more cubes, too. Stay focused. We're almost there. Biggs, this time you go get the monitor. Samara, you know what to do. I should think I'm no less qualified to... Yeah, no worries, guys. No need to bicker about who's doing what. A behemoth? Oh my god, let me actually do something for a sec. I was wondering what the... Okay. Come on. What's he doing? He's channeling something. Oh god, he's a... Ooh, okay. That could have probably been bad. He's about to do something to wipe us there. Was not paying attention to him. All right. That's our goal. The Deltascape. If I'm not mistaken, what do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said it groups subjects by dimension. If the creatures we fought on the way were merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff, it would seem certain that far greater challenges await inside the egg-like objects, our fellow test subjects most like. But I'm not certain what to make of that castle. Could it somehow be connected to the subjects? Come here. Alpha, but hold on a minute. Shouldn't you either one or the other of us be translucent? Subjects confirmed to have arrived in Deltascape. Analysis complete. Congratulations, you are approved for the participation. Your strength places you in the same tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Really? Nonetheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of challengers. Wow, okay. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is that we're supposed to do exactly? You are entered the Deltascape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There's a strict limit upon how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have an existential authorization transfer from Alpha. Good luck. Bloop. So the eggs do contain our fellow test subjects, just as I predicted, eh, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Deltascape, it's just we set up a base of operations here. Okay. I was thinking about asking the crew to throw some supplies in after us, but only the gods know if they'd make it in here in one piece. You can bet they wouldn't be the right way up if they did, though. All that jumping and fading and fighting really took it out of me. What I need now is some steaming hot cup of tea. And nothing makes better than brew than the Boil Master. Coming soon to Garland Ironworks improved vendor near you. Sorry, Jesse, made me do it. The Boil Master, that... Wedge mentioned quite a few times before. Anyway. Quite impressive for an improvised arrangement. Even I do say so myself. Now then, let's see what we can learn from our host's mini monitors. It's somewhat coupled together, but this should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend. Though every step we take seems to raise more questions, we'll wade through the mire of mysteries eventually. Of that I have no doubt. Sid is eager to proceed with the investigation. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being, but we do know its ultimate purpose, nor even if its exact whereabouts. Plainly, however, it is within Omega's power to curtail or stay here whensoever it chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but to proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Deltascape. Well, Alpha certainly seems keen, though it might be best if you left fighting the others, little one. That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? This promises to be a most entertaining foray, and I will not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying around, and shall extract all the information I can from them. Queer. Tis a pity none of us speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we are supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, Samir, you need him to accompany you into the Deltascape. See to your preparations and proceed whenever you're ready. I will take care of it. Ba-da-ba. Okay, you're not saying anything different there. Let the Inquisition begin. At this point, we're doing a little more than fumbling in the dark. Take care in there, will you hear? That's the idea. Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape version 1.0 whenever you are ready. Alright, so that's going to be our first raid here. And it's a normal raid too, so just, yeah, the normal raids are usually pretty quick. I don't know how many or how long this will be, but just going off the Alexander ones, you know, just a normal, 8-man party. 1 to 8, yeah, so 8 players, the usual, so, and they expect you to have, an item. Actually, doesn't seem to be a minimum requirement for item level, so I could do this as a DPS or a healer, but let's go in as DPS for the time being. And the wait isn't too long. All right. So out of curiosity, I'm curious to see if we can come in and out. We should be able to go, yeah, okay. So we can go in and out as we see, please. Good evening, sir. Will you be descending to beyond? No, we're good for now. Okay, so while we wait for that, there's a few, and I was expecting this might happen, that I'll have to wait for a queue to pop. So while we wait, I want to grab a couple more of the quests that I was talking about. And the first one I want to grab real quick is one that I kind of touched on in Kugane yesterday, and yeah, between Monday and today. I talked to the individual, which kind of brought up a little bit of commentary, but nothing in particular happened. It's just our friend, the wandering minstrel, which I believe he's right there. Yes, so the wandering minstrel being our friend who, we've told stories of our adventures, you know, like for Ultima Weapon and all that stuff, and he's unlocked the hard mode versions of different trials throughout the different arcs, or the expansions. So he's going to be doing exactly the same thing in this case. Ah, something heroic this way comes. How fare you, Smear? As ever, I am seeking inspiration to draw upon for my work. If you have any new experiences to share, I should very much like you to hear them. His previous comment was just like, oh, he's over here now looking for more. He has like some work here that he's trying to do, and he's looking for more inspiration. So, hey, if you happen to hear anything, feel free to come by and let me know. So you just talk to him again now, I guess. And so I can tell him about a whole bunch of things. Talk about Lakshmi. Let's talk about that one, because that was the... Nope, I should have talked about Susano first. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ah, what stirring story have you for me today? So this happened with Lakshmi, which when we came back from, whatever, but in hindsight, I probably should have talked about this other one first. To lose her beloved daughter not once, but twice. First to the Empire, and then to the Primal's false promises. 'Tis all I can do to imagine the Kalyana Elder's grief. And as if she had not lost enough, unable to bear the reality, she chooses to flee from it by making an offering of her soul to the Primal. 'Tis a tragedy to rend hearts. My apologies, Mary. I know full well that I asked you for a tale, but so private and intense a sorrow should not be made the subject of amusement. However, I would honor the memory of the departed with a verse. For her daughter's life, a mother mourned, but from the flesh her soul was torn. For her daughter's smile, a mother yearned. Now from a dream she may ne'er return. Yeah, he always just kind of gives a few lines and... Forgive me if it awakened unpleasant memories. Not at all. And he embellishes it a little bit, which makes me remind me of the fight itself, but a little bit harder. The reason may have been taking the tale's telling, but it cannot wipe away such sorrow that has taken root in one's heart. Nay, no more than abiding in a dream will change reality. Even so, we may pray for wounds to heal and scars to fade, and so pray I shall, for the Kaelania, for all those who grieve, that they may one day know peace. Alright, so there's the extreme version of that trial for Lakshmi. How we doing on queue time here? We got time. So, alright, let's talk about Susano, which I should have went on first. Ah, you have a new tale for me. Wonderful. So this happened. Clashing against a comedy of legend. The words fairly write themselves. Yes, this would that's very well indeed for the stage. I dare say even the Kugane would come to watch. Which is interesting because we were in oppositions with the Kugane at the time, or at least the red ones, not the blue ones. The song is about you, however. Tis only meet that you are the first to hear it. Lend your ears, then, to the tale of a furious encounter with Susano, the Lord of the Revel. Upon eastern seas, three treasures join to birth a kami great, whose sacred blade strikes awe in the hearts and cleaves the land in straits. From western lands a challenger comes, a hero from afar, whose radiant blade sets souls ablaze and outshines the very stars. So was I able to capture Susano's stormy grandeur? I drew upon my imagination to create more evocative imagery, but it should be more or less lined up with your experience. That's a bit embellished. Somewhat stormier than you recall. Well then, that makes it just right. Upon the stage, storytelling takes on a different dynamic, you see, and it is common practice to favor the grandiose. But with your rousing tale at its heart, I have no doubt that the play will be received with no less than a standing ovation. Alright, we've unlocked the extreme version of that. We will attempt these. I don't know if I'll do these on stream just because the nature of them being difficult and queuing up with a group to do them to begin with, and then failing multiple times just to even get it done. So, yeah, very unlikely that I'll ever do these on stream. Maybe like way down in the future if I ever have like a dedicated group to do it with, but Who knows? Well then, pray do not keep me in suspense. Here's the last story. Shinryu, being a pure violence born of the torment of they who died from their homeland, the souls have longed for the power to smite the empire. Little would they have imagined that this power would assume such a form, nor that it would fall into an enemy's hands to become the ultimate obstacles of freedom, bound to the will of Xenos Ye Galvos, a pitiable man who feels not safe when at the edge of death. And I'm surprised to see that he died. I'm pretty sure he was in the Endwalker cutscene, but we'll have to look at that when the time comes. The power to smite, the power to save, a desperate man did direly crave. High though the price, if full he did pay, creating a god where his dead body lay. The power to rise, the power to vie, a lonely man did madly desire. Forsook his flesh, for such was the toll, binding a god to his insatiable soul. I like the lyrics. Here we have two men who sought power, but for different reasons. One wished to deliver his homeland from tyranny, the other wished to fill the void of his solitude. Yet even should they have achieved this goal, would they truly find peace? I suspect only they would know the answer. Now you, my friend, you will continue your fight, will you not? I pray that you will again regale me with such accounts of your experiences. For as brightly as a hero's tale shines, it is not without its shadows. It is my duty, I feel, to share both with the world, the staring and the sorrowful. Shinryu's domain. Yep. So just a hard mode of that. Or the extreme mode. Alright. So that unlocks all that. Alright, so I can take that off my list of things here. Okay, so what else is there? So there's this, which unlocks a set of the 24-man raids. So this is the beginning of those sets of raids. We'll take that on later. This unlocks the Kugane Castle dungeon itself, and there is a dungeon here. Where's the Pretty sure there was like a dungeon entrance kind of thing here. That's weird. Okay, it doesn't matter too much, but so that one will unlock that dungeon. We'll do that later another time. And then the new king, so the other one, which is this one, the new king of the block, is another dungeon. Or no, it's a trial. And apparently this was like a Monster Hunter collab trial. So I don't know what it entails, but I just saw in the description that there was a Monster Hunter collab with it. So you're probably fighting some big monster from Monster Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, what's it called? Ralgis or something like that? They show that same monster in like Super Smash, and like it was in one of the, not in Monster Hunter World, but like one of the other ones. I don't know. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Okay. So that's okay for now. We're doing that now. Alright, so... And the rest in... Okay, so let's just unlock it, I suppose. We'll leave the 24-man ones later. Yes, let's do this one here. Yeah, this takes too long. We'll give it like the next 10 minutes while we're trying to unlock other things. And if it takes too long, we'll just switch over to healer. Okay. Deploy of the East Aldern Trading Company is relieved to see you. Smear the Knight. Oh, thank heavens. I'm in dire need of capable adventurer, and I can think of none better. Local officials have been working desperately to keep this confidential, but there's trouble in Kugane Castle. It has been overrun by a band of outlaws. What's more, they've taken hostages a number of nobles, along with the Bugio, Kugane's highest magistrate. Really? Okay. They're demanding the country's borders be closed off, insisting Kugane's efforts to establish ties with other countries is folly. Why, if they had their way, I imagine foreigners, or Ijin, as they call them, would never set foot here ever again. Under normal circumstances, the Sekisugumi would have taken steps to immediately resolve this crisis, but they dare not do anything to put the Bugio in greater risk. To proceed would require a decree from the Bakufu, yet I fear there is no time to send an envoy to the royal capital and back. Nevertheless, they have done their due diligence and delivered a missive. While waiting for a response, they have also called upon East Aldern Trading Company in an attempt to potentially expedite the rescue of the hostages. As to why they would go out of their way to contact us, well, one of their captives is from Ulda. Ah, okay. It goes without saying that the repercussions of a foreign dignitary coming to harm would be dire. Because the Sekisugumi cannot yet act in an official capacity, they have asked for my assistance in assembling a small contingent to infiltrate the castle. If you would join our cause, make for the aqueducts of the Rakuza district. There's a hidden passage leading into the castle kept under guard by the Sekisugumi. Tell them I sent you, and they will explain what you must do. Okay, right, and so again, Kugane is its own thing, right? And there's this whole island over here that's where that capital is. I hope we get to go there at some point. Because right now, only thing we have access to is the island here that we're on. But they mentioned like the capital, all that stuff. This is probably where it is. And there's a name for the whole place, but we have yet to even, you know, go there. Or maybe we'll never will, but... First time we're really... Because this is not like their capital area or anything like that. Okay, where are we going? Oh, okay. Let's go to the, that district there. We're gonna go north, which means... Dun, 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 dun. Oh, well, there it is. Okay, so we'll pick that up later, or we'll continue to unlock that in a bit. But for now, we got a raid to do. I haven't actually walked down here, which is surprising. I'm just looking around for a sec. Okay. Okay, we managed to unlock quite a few things, so... Alright, so let's see what this is about. Ooh, it's that dragon again. Okay. Samir, do you hear me? The opponent's called Alteroit. I have no idea what that name means, but good luck. Okay, so we just need it's just a boss fight, really. Alright, folks, let's do it. Oh, careful. Don't hit the... Hey, I'm one of the newbies. I don't know this fight, so I'm just gonna go ham from the beginning and just Somebody tells me I don't want to stand near those. Yep. use that before it... There doesn't seem to be anything scary in particular. Let's... Nope. Make sure we stack. Whew, that hurt. Something tells me... Alright, let's get over here. Oh god, okay. Let's move this way, and oh god, it's gonna hurt. I lost my polyglot. That's okay. Be careful. Damn it. I got a vulnerability stack, which is not good. Alright. Keep it down. Oh god, that almost killed me. And there we go. Done. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Any cool loot? Deltascape pedal. Oh, I'll just greed them, I guess. I'll take that. And we'll just greed all these because we don't know if we're going to use them yet. Actually, I know which ones I want. I know I don't need any of those, so whatever. We'll hold on to it. Okay, straightforward. Yeah, piece of cake. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via the Deltascape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control over them was the extent of our accomplishments for this outing, though I suppose we did also learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants at the Deltascape all told, including your friend Alteroit, which means you'll be required to win 3 further bouts, with deltas 2 through 4 in this test world alone. Okay, so there's 4. These are going to be the 4 raids for this one, Deltascape 1.0, and then there'll be more afterwards. Needless to say, there are much worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. Plainly, our host has gone to no small amount of trouble. Quite why is it so obsessed with determining the strongest in the being is another question. Omega seeks to improve itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it groweth stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of such a being, it had but to create one. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate, and choose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? In part. The making of life is not Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex beings into the corporeal realm only at a great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works, that it might determine a single entity worthy of its creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment of Omega's grand experiment is complete. It will give birth to a creature mightier even than Shinryu, and then proceed to fight it. God's help us if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed would be enough to bring about another calamity, as we were so close to coming to when Shinryu and Omega fought initially. Assuming the dragon has the right of it, all test subjects must needs be works in progress, save for ourselves, of course. But how then do we explain Alpha? As I recall, it manifested corporeally outside the rift. Then again, it is hardly the most complex of creatures. Mayhaps it was finished by accident? Don't you make fun of Alpha. He's a good boy. If it hadn't been for him, we would have all been erased. He may not be strong, but he's brave, and reliable, and adorable. Because that's the most important things here, Wedge. Changing the subject for a moment, Chief. After you lost track of Omega, you said you re-engaged its stasis system, right? Meaning something somewhere isn't working like it should. I only ask because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here, and we're wondering if it might be worth going to Cardinal to look into it. That would be a great help. Nero and I can handle things at this end. Okay, yeah. See if we missed something over there, because that's... We'll be off then. Don't you do anything I wouldn't do, eh? Take care, guys. And stay safe. And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told and look after Smear for me. This guy's so fucking stupid. Alright, see you guys. Alrighty then. Well, what are we waiting for? Yeah, let's start the next test, I guess. We're gonna have 4 people to fight here, so we're gonna probably have in total like 12 bosses to fight. Sid seems keen to pit you against the next foe in the Deltascape. We must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can't, we will have little choice to see Omega's experiment all the way to its bitter conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst. Which in this case means pressing on with the test. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis is yet incomplete. But it would seem Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. How fortunate then that I but recently changed the chance to assemble something which might mitigate its effects, an anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Thanks. I'm accepting help from Nero? God. The data does indeed suggest some capacity of gravitational manipulation. Even so, I'd be wary of some setting more store on Nero's toys. Yeah. I expect a good show. Do not disappoint me now. Yeah. Okay. Deltascape version 2.0, whenever you're ready. Okay, let's key up for this bad boy, and we'll go back to what we were doing. Can't teleport here. What? Alright, let's head back to Kugane and finish up what we're doing there. We'll switch over to healer. I said I might do... I wanted to do this as a... Yeah, this gives me some time to actually look at some of the other stuff, so it's fine. If you get to the point that we're not trying to do anything else for today, in terms of like any of the other side content, I'll switch over to healer so we can expedite that a little bit. Okay, so... North. Alright, so this will unlock a new dungeon, which... unlock whatever dungeons I can today. I think tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday. So for the next few streams, we're just gonna be kind of handling a lot of side content. So tomorrow I'll focus more on the additional dungeons that have come up. I'll try and unlock as many of them as I can. Who the fuck is these guys? These must be the bandits who are holding the place. But yeah, we'll try and do that, like I said, and then we'll figure out the doing more of the Deltascape, because there's no way I'm finishing all of it. You were sent by the Eastern Island Trading Company. Then there is still a chance. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. The castle is presently held by a group of criminals under the leadership of a merchant named Kageyama. We believe his demands to close off our borders as lucrative as I can't even speak. As ludicrous as this seems, are a vain attempt to eliminate what he sees as a threat from foreign businesses. If it were only him and his cohorts, I'm quite confident my men and I could easily rout them on our own. The problem, however, is his bodyguard. Our informants tell us he is a swordsman of great renown in the Hingan underworld. He demands exorbitant sums of money, defending his clients with seemingly inhuman displays of strength and skill commensurate with the price he paid. Is he Yojimbo or something? Like what? Your task will be to contend with Kugeyama and his hired blade in the heart of the castle. With all eyes focused on you, they will fail to notice my men's intrusion to rescue the hostages. It shades me to ask this of a civilian, but if we are to save the people, I can see no other way. Okay. And so we will queue up for that eventually and do it when the time comes. Okay. So next... let's just teleport back. Alright, so let's just unlock what we can here. We'll unlock the Monster Hunter Collab one, which is just a trial. It's just like a boss fight. Was that by the inn? Yeah. I'm very curious what this is about. Oh, it's this guy, okay. I remember talking to him before. Oh, hey, okay, so that cat is from Monster Hunter World, I think. Right? I think it's one of the things that you have as an ally. This hunter's unbridled enthusiasm can mean only one thing. The hunt is on. Alright, so what's this about? Well, this is my old rival, Samir the Knight. Come at last to learn from a true hunter of elite marks, have you? I don't know you. Forgive me if I seem overly presumptuous, being the renowned adventurer that you are. I've always considered you to be a rival of sorts. A little healthy competition goes a long way in keeping our skills sharp, you know? Aye, but a hunter ain't worth shite without a smithy to keep him armed and armored. You'll have to excuse him. He's never been one for social graces, but he's a damn fine hunter. And what he brings back to the forge keeps me in business. Well, it's time for grace when the game's afoot. Which reminds me, I have news of a quarry that may pique your interest. I recently came across a rather peculiar bill on the clan hunt board. Here, have a look. Okay, this is something with the Centurion clan hunts. Yeah, it's a Ralthus, probably. A build this depicts a crimson wyvern unlike anything you have ever seen. Unfortunately, further reading the build reveals nothing of its origins. Strange, isn't it? Not only is the drawing unabashedly crude, the build itself lacks the formality expected of anything approved by the Centauro clan. Still, a bounty is a bounty. Before setting out, though, I thought it would be wise to confirm the details of the request, and therein lies the rub. The clansmen weren't even aware that this bill had been posted. Likely the escapades of some mischievous youth, they said. But if this beast truly is out there somewhere, what manner of hunter would I be if I didn't go and find out? And from what I've been told, you've never been back down from a chance to an adventure. So how about it? Will you take up the hunt? Yeah, seems interesting enough. Count me in. Every bit the thrill seeker I marked you for. Glad to hear it. To make things a little more interesting, what do you say we make this a race, eh? To see who can slay it first. I'll even give you a hint to get you on your way. The beast we're after is Ralphus. Okay, I fucking said it. King of the Skies, they call it. From what I've gathered, it was last spotted somewhere around the XIV steppe. You're likely to learn more if you speak with the locals at Reunion. As for me, I still need to be prepared before I head out, so consider this a head start. Good luck, Samir, and may the best hunter win. Sounds good. Wait. That's a new that must be something from, I noticed this in the cutscene. I was like, what the fuck is that up there? Definitely Garlean. Whew, okay. We'll worry about that later, I guess. But, cool. Yes, let's head over to the XIV steppe and see if we can, learn a little bit more about what we're dealing with here. Alright, who are we really talking to? Gather information at Reunion from people. So I guess like you? Have you seen this dragon? A red wyvern by the name of Ralphus. I'm sorry, but you must have been mistaken. I've heard stories of a great wyvern that summers in the mountains to the north, but it was not red, and most certainly does not go by that name. Still, if this Ralphus you speak of truly exists, slaying such a beast would bring great honor to my tribe. Mark my words, this beast will fall by a blade of the Orinir. Now let's get to it first! Okay. So, anyone else about here? I don't see anybody. That is not a building I can enter. Have you heard of this dragon? A gargantuan red wyvern. I'm sorry to sir, but I've not overly familiar with the coming and goings of this place. I only visit on occasion to do a small bit of business. Perhaps you should speak with the Kestir, though speak is perhaps not the right word. See as they do not. At any rate, you will find none more knowledgeable of the happenings of the XIV steppe. That's true. We could talk to them. I'll just show them the drawing, and we're like, hey, I want to fight and kind of just emphasize that, hey, I'm looking for it. Oh, there they are. Okay. And they know me, so apprehensive Ori traveler. A red wyvern named Ralphus. Oh dear. Perhaps the story I heard was true then, of a young man from the Ura clan leading a flock of does down from the mountains. He was making his way to Reunion when a fierce wind began to blow. A terrible howling gale which left him all but blinded. To his horror, he soon realized that the deafening roar he heard was not of the wind's making. He claims it was that of a great wyvern, which descended from on high to claim several dozes from his flock, disappearing into the sky as quickly as it came. Needless to say, he ran to reunion with all haste, telling everyone what happened. But the man is a known liar and a swindler. Who would believe such a tale coming from him? Considered quest here. These people don't talk, so I don't see how. Upon hearing of Red Wyvern, Questy Merchant takes on a grave expression. Okay. I'm surprised I just, like, flat out talked to him here. I should know better than this. The Questy Merchant points southwestward. Perhaps he will find some clue to the Wyvern's whereabouts in that direction. Okay, not that far away, but there's still a lot to do here that I don't really know, because there's this like whole place over here that is like empty and not being used. So I'm kind of curious as to what that's all about, but I don't know. You arrive at the area the Questy Merchant appeared to be indicating. All you can do now is lie in wait for your prey. Considering this is a trial, I'm not going to get into a fight here right now, but I'll unlock it at least. We'll definitely do this on stream though. What's this? Oh, a hunter, and a formidable looking one at that. What are you? Have you come to help then? To hunt the monster Ralphus? After seeing the bounty, I couldn't resist. I've seen cat people, I'm not... Thank you, sir, thank you. I knew it was right to post that bill. I'm an apprentice... I'm an apprentice Felianic hunter, and I've come to this place in search of monsters, Ralphus to be precise. But even with 9 lives, I could never slay one on my own. That's why I posted that notice seeking help. There's a reason they're often referred to as King of the Skies, after all. Some also call them fire wyverns on the account of their ability to breathe fire. I feel powerful just thinking about how these hunters burnt to cinders in their wake. Yes, yes, and the very roar exactly like that. Would you believe it's powerful enough to stun their prey? You realize that was... Well, there it is. Well, rip that fucking bow. I imagine this is some music from the Monster Hunter. That was him. That was Ralphus. Still willing to hope, I hope. Yeah, I fought stronger. What a day, what a day. Well, for Mocianne and a ferocious hunter to slay it, I sure got the cream today. That's right, he seems to be heading northwest, back into the mountains. Oh, before I forget, I never did ask your name. Nice to meet you, Samir. Now let's be off. Feline. That's just his name. Come on, let's go. I wonder if it lives off in the mountains, which is, I know the name of it, but it's right. The Tail Mountains. Alright. Where are we going here? We'll head over in that direction and, alright. Alright, after this quest, I'm gonna take a little break if the thing doesn't queue right away. I need to go get some water. Now that my cup of tea is empty. Are we fighting actually over here? Because that would be interesting. I need to do this dungeon over here again, because I did not understand the... Ow? Really, guys? Finally F off. Yeah, please don't. Okay, that's what I thought. The route is somewhere along that path, I just know it. But I'm afraid you'll have to go without me. As I am right now, Meow. As I am right, Meow, I fear I'd only slow you down. Before you go, though, I insist you take these with you. When catastrophe strikes, a hunter should never be without mega potions. I don't know if you normally keep medicine on hand to treat your wounds, but I guarantee you've never had anything quite like that. When you and your friends are ready to head on in, you do have friends to help, right? Yeah, no worries. 8? I thought hunters usually fight in groups of 4. Well, I suppose you know the best. The Great Hunt is now accessible. During the Battle of the Great Hunt, you will gain access to Duty Action Mega Potion. Oh, okay. Be advised that while it can be used to restore large amounts of HP, its usage is limited. Upon clearing the duty, you can claim a special reward by examining the remains of Ralphus. Be certain to do so before leaving the instance. Okay, that's super important. I'll try and do that today then, if that's the case. So that's something I would queue up from here? Yep, okay. Okay, okay, I'll be right back. Let me go grab some water real quick. And if it doesn't queue by then, well, we'll try and unlock some more stuff. So be right back. Alright, just in time. Alright, let's do this. I'll queue up for that trial with Ralphus there immediately after this, but let's see how this fight turns out. What are we fighting here? Welcome to the Deltascape version 2.0. Ah, there it is. Catastrophe. A fitting name for the havoc will doubtless wreak. Have fun now. Thanks, Nero. Appreciate it. Let people know it's first time. Use anti-gravity to defy gravity and float from above the ground. Okay. So we'll have to float at some points if something happens. If there's like an AoE potentially? Who knows? Ow. Somebody tells me I did not do that at the right time, but gravitational manipulation. I'm just gonna stay in the air as long as I can. I have no idea what's going on. 100 Gs, so I definitely wanna. Maniacal probe. Sense forces tentacles. Anything I need to be worried about? The line energy gathers. Why can't I? I'm frozen. Okay. I did something wrong. At least nothing's particularly, like, super dangerous just yet. I'm just kind of following the people, what they're doing. I have no idea where I want to stay, so I'm just going to stay back here. Petrification, vulnerability up. Okay, that sucked. I don't know what is in that petrified me again. I'm just looking for the names of its attacks, so maybe that will tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here, but I'm not getting that lucky here. The land energy gathers. Well, that fucking killed me. Hey, I got a res. Thank you. Appreciate that. Suppose I should just say, like, where, oh, fuck. Okay. Well, that was BS. I wasn't even, like... Well, I appreciate the res again. Alright, keep me alive, please. There was no way for them to even heal me, so I don't blame them for that. Alright, well, we're done. That wasn't too bad. I just don't understand all the mechanics, so... It's something I should have... Again, I didn't want to spoil myself and know what's coming up, so it's like... No time for me to research the fights. Pretty straightforward fight, though. Alright, hold. I'll just greet all this. We'll see if we make use of that later. Excuse me. Good to have you back and safe and sound. I see Nero's toy didn't let you down. A rousing performance made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Lest you wonder, you are not supposed to be able to ascend on your own volition. The device works quite as intended. It just wasn't intended for use on living, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly intended, it wasn't exactly its intended use. Thanks, Nero, appreciate it. At any rate, that's another mighty foe laid low. And may I say that I had every faith you would succeed. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay. Real quick, let's queue up for... I'm gonna do this as a white mage going forward. I'm gonna queue up as... the Great Hunt here. Let's see if that can go pretty quickly here. Less than 5 minutes, but in the meanwhile... He looks expectantly in your direction. Alright, so what's going on? We might get cut short, but that's okay. If we get cut short, we can just replay it. As long as we don't finish the scene, it will, we can redo the scene again. I doubt we'll be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while. Shall we push on here in the meantime? Oh god, why do I have that on? Reliable as ever. Without further ado then, let's move things along. According to the announcer, our next opponent, Delta 3, is being named Halicarnassus, the Queen of Dimension Castle. What's this? You know of her. You mean you don't? Well, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folktales. It appears the lesson is in order. Halicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such, things are want to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes, incurably valiant youths, not unlike our adventurer friend here. Literally, historians have speculated the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the Fourth Astral Era, but little remains of that age, and there is no way to verify the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story to be a work of pure fiction. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grand experiments with fictional characters? To seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men know and know not. Mark me then. Omega has no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth a new life, it would needs draw upon that which hath already been, its every creation being another's conception. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, and not only of this reflection, yet it perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction, the distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in its eyes, If a thing is logical, it can be created. Such a wonderful weapon should exist. It surpasses my wildest imaginations, and they were wild indeed. But I gather not everyone shares my excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve? Quiet, Nero. We adults are thinking. But perhaps now is not the time. Samir said he was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Halicarnassus. It has no soul. That's the important thing. My musings will keep. For now, we should concentrate on defeating Halicarnassus. So dangerous and wondrous. A thing cannot well be left alone. We must reach Omega, no matter the cost. Yeah, but you are doing it for reasons I don't approve, so, you know, there's that. Alright, so now, this is gonna be our first time healing a level 70 kind of thing here. I'm up to snuff in terms of gear. I'm not fully maxed out with my healer here, but at least I have all my abilities I should use. The only thing I need to get used to using is Planetary Indulgence, which we learned at the last quest here, which is I should be using it just before I need to do a bunch of AoE healing. Which AoE healing has been a kind of thing I just haven't really been doing very well. Or really put much into practice of doing. Or I haven't really even needed to do to begin with, so we'll cover that in a minute, or a few. But let's deal with this first. Okay. Each time your party's defeated, yeah, that's usual. Alright, so their use is limited, so use them sparingly. Oh, I would hope that I won't need to rely on that. They're my emergency button. Let's put it that way. Look why I've come to defend their territory. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm stunned. What the fuck is going on here? Something tells me... Oh shit, did someone just get on top of the fucking thing? Let's heal up. Let's stick to the side here. Oh, what the? Oh, I was supposed to stand behind the fucking beast. Got it. He just fucking 99999 damaged me. That was cool. Why didn't I heal? Alright, come on. What the fuck? What's this debuff? You have entered the sacred domain of the Ruthless and are not unable to heal by wounds met. Oh wow, okay, so I couldn't heal anymore. You have to use potions to heal now. Can I not? Can they not revive me, though? Oh, come on. I want to be a part of this. Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, I don't need the... Oh, what the? Wow, that was an interesting mechanic. I dodged my own healing. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, we'll wait till we're like about... So the only thing we can really do is just fucking... Alright, I'll heal here at this point. Okay, come on. Fucking stop. His tail, interesting. Brothos takes that much damage. I see what we did there. Okay, cool. Just like Monster Hunter, we kind of destroy body parts. Alright. I can still provide support to my tanks here, so... I gotta remember I have a shield that I can give, but I don't remember which is my shield now, because... Oh wait, what am I doing? I need a... Stack. And done. All right, interesting fight for sure. And make sure I do this. The scale in Ratha's deck appears loose. I got a scale from it, and something from its tail, apparently, too. Another Ratha's scale. Anything else of note? Nope, seems that's it. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Wait, don't forget to what? The scalar 2 off its hide. Yep. Okay, I wonder what we can turn those in for. Let's go finish that up since we and then we'll come back here and finish that. Well, we're just at the queue up, so let's see. Let's go back to the Azim Step, the Dawn Throne, which should do nicely, and then we'll fly over. That was an interesting fight. I was like, okay, I was wondering what the potions would do, but like, I see like there's no reason to use it if we have healing, but they're including the mechanic for a reason, right? So. Good shit. Alright, so I know there's another quest after this for like a hard mode version of that trial. Again, that will be something I'll do on my own time. Again, I'm just kind of looking through quests online and what these things unlocked. But yeah. That was fun though. Always nice to see different challenges and try and see how they go. I saw the whole thing. That was meow-gnificent. You even managed to retrieve a scale from his remains. I'm impressed. I believe this is sudden, but it would mean so much to me if I could join you on more adventures. Would you accept me as your paliso? Well, that depends. What's the reward of slaying Ralphus? Because I didn't actually say... oh, of course. You hunters are an astute lot, aren't you? Well, the thing is, I used to last in my funds to purchase those mega potions. But I promise I'll make it up to you as the perfect police companion. And to think that this is all because you saw my bill on the hunt board. Not quite, but sure. A hunter in Kugane showed it to you. Yes, then you think we can go and pay them a visit? If not for this hunter, we never would have met. Then let's be off to Kugane. Okay, off to Kugane we go. Should probably queue up, No, it's about to be finished here, so... We'll do it and then we'll queue up after. No biggie. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, you guys are still going at it? Nothing like a few hundred squats to limber up before smithing. Oh my god, relax guys. Calm down. I should do it. I'm warmed up and ready to go hunting. Guys, it's already done. Ah, Samir, I thought you'd already left. With my preparations complete, you need to work fast if you mean to beat me. You've only now finished preparing? What is this? Another monster in need of slaying? I'm no Meowster, you brute. I'm Samir's faithful and dependable Palico. A Palico? My apologies. If you're as dependable as you are adorable, I have no doubt he values your companionship. But let's return to the matter of hand, shall we? Samir, you are ready to set on a hunt for the Ralphus? Sorry to burst your bubble, but I've already killed it. You already slain him? I'd expect nothing less from my arrival. Indeed, you're every bit the adventurer I imagined you'd be. But that's what you get for the extra set of squats. Tell me, friend, were you able to recover anything from the body? As a matter of fact, he carved the scale off the Ralphus hide. That's a mighty fine material for smithing. Mind if I take a look? Is he gonna craft some, like, unique items and stuff that I can get? Ah, this is a wyvern scale, right? Light as a feather and tougher than steel. There's still a touch of heat to it, too. If you'd like, I'd be more than willing to fashion you some armor with it. I'll need more than a single scale, of course. You'll find no better mail than the forge from Ralphus scales. What do you say? Oh, Samir, I couldn't thank you enough for your help in slaying that Ralphus. If you do go plan on hunting again, don't hesitate to call. We'll show these Meowsters what's for. Oh, I get all these. Okay, I got a barbecue. Okay, some things I don't care too much about, but sure. You can now trade Ralphus scales to the smithing in exchange for various goods. Ralphus scales will be obtained by defeating Ralphus in the Great Hunt. And there's probably... the hard mode version will be like... Oh, okay, so these are just like vanity gear. Okay, so they're just for looks. Male and female versions, okay. That's not bad looking. That actually looks pretty snazzy. Definitely worth killing him a bunch of times just to get the scales for this. And I imagine the hard mode will give me a whole lot more scales than just 2. Because for 8, you'd have to run it 4 times, which is kind of annoying. But the fight itself isn't too bad, now that I know how it works. Male... We got these as a thing, so why are they... Okay, if we want more, I guess? Sure. Some orchestrion rolls, okay, sure. Oh, okay, so never mind. The hard modes have a different currency that you get off of it. Mostly obtained by carving. Unless that's like a rare drop? I don't know. And you have to upgrade it from whatever it is you had before. Interesting. So how does this one look in comparison? Augmented... It doesn't look any different, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that looks exactly the same. Am I... The item itself has a little bit of a difference there. I can dye and I can put it in the... I always forget the symbols on the top. I can put it in the glamour box, I can dye it, but what about this? The augmented one. Is there a difference in... Unique, untradeable... Okay, I don't see a difference. What's the difference then? That's so weird. I don't get... Okay. Oh. Whoops. Almost dropped my controller. Okay. I never remember the fucking icons. I need to look those up again. 14. Oh, okay. So I was wrong about that. Okay. So if it has the circle next to it like that, that means it is dyeable. The one on the top left with the cross is not does not mean it can be dyeable, but the one in the middle is glamour, and then the one on the right is armor. So what's the one with the shield with the X on it, like the cross? Yeah, okay, so dyeing gear, yep. I know how to dye gear, that's not what I'm looking for here though. I just want to know what the... Real quick, I'm sorry I'm wasting time with this, but... Okay. Anyway, so the point is, like, these augmented ones are dyeable. At least that's what the difference is. So you have to go through the trouble of farming these, and then on top of that, farming, again, another set of more things. But, see, now there is something that's worth my time. Getting a mount for Ralthos? That's cool. Okay. And there's a few things here. So I might do that, but that's 50 fucking plus versions, which means most likely running the hard version of this several times. Yeah. All right, so I'll do that on my own time. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But, yeah, just a taste of what to expect with that. So, with that in mind, let's head back to what we were doing before. We need to head back to... There, I should have unlocked the thing here before leaving. Where were we going? Sorry, one sec here. This thing has got the better of me, and I'm curious now, and I want to know now before I... Not what I'm looking for. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Okay, so let's we'll expedite this a little bit now and try and get a little further, or go through this a little bit quicker. So I'm going to queue up as a healer here. All right, Alpha, what's the third one here? Deltascape version 3.0. And hopefully the queue time is a little bit faster. Okay. All right, so what can we unlock in the meanwhile? Given the queue time, I might have much time for anything, but let's see. Okay. We'll get that off my list. Kugane Castle, that's already a thing. Okay, so the only thing in Kugane left is the 24-man ones, but seeing as how fast we're already queuing up here, I might not have enough time, but we'll just instead of sitting around doing nothing, let's head over and take a look at that. All right, so back in Kugane. This might be like another... given the nature of this, actually, I might not do this just because of its own story associated with it. Actually, yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on this one. That's my bad. Let's try and get the ones that are... Because it's gonna be a series of dungeon raids, right, for this. And so there's gonna be a whole involved story along with that. So let's get the stuff that's like... one-offs, basically. So for now, we're gonna leave the rest alone at... For that, we're gonna leave that one alone until we're done with the Omega-related stuff. So here, let's talk to... Let's do this one here first, actually. So this person is just supposed to unlock something similar that was unlocked in Heavensward, which allows you to kind of test your DPS against what the game thinks you're okay, or what should be a good DPS level. So this unlocks the same kind of content for Stormblood here. Your reputation precedes you. It is wide-eyed look. The stranger is favoring you with its indignation. Smear the night, hero of the resistance. Greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for the countless deeds in service to your cause, and share with you an opportunity which I believe you may be interested in. There is a great and wise man, a veteran of countless battles, who waits for you on the outside of Rago's reach. Go to him, and he will unfold all. Okay. Yes, so I know what this unlocks. Yeah, so basically they kind of set you up with these like training dummies with a certain amount of HP and a certain amount of time limit that you have. And so you have to beat it within a certain amount of time based on whatever dungeon you're trying to like sign up for, I guess. So they'll have different settings for different things, and it's just a way kind of like, hey, is your DPS up to snuff for this? It is you, the legendary adventurer instrumental in the liberation of our homeland. Aye, though it took an army to see it through, I have heard tale of your singular accomplishments, both here and faraway lands. I know the type. You're a warrior through and through, ever searching for a new challenge. A man who lives for those moments when all hangs in the balance. Not like that, though. Did I say something odd? No, of course not. Not far from here is a place where monks in the Fist of Ralgar once honed bodies and spirit. The Circles of Answering. And by the grace of our Doman patrons, it is reborn. He who fights with strength of stone unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against him none can stand. To wit, you'll be facing striking dummies possessed with the fortitude of fantastic fiends and otherworldly foes. Attack them with your might and main, and should you triumph in a lot of time, you'll know that you're strength to defeat them, though you may still die in the process. They are dummies, after all, and will not hit back, but that goes without saying. Dallas says you're intrigued, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Overcome your trials. Oh, it's free. Yep. Cool. Alright, just need to go through that really quick here because I didn't want to... Battlescar Veteran outside Ragos Reach. Okay, and he'll help me get there. Okay, so we'll check that out in a little bit. I doubt I can really... Yeah, we'll, So where is that? It's supposed to be here somewhere? Okay, we'll worry about that later. What fools are those who have entered my domain? No matter. You should remain here for my pleasure. Yes, quite. Alright. Alright, let's keep Oh, I did not mean to do that. I just fucking put a well, that's fine. I'm a frog. I don't want to be a frog. I probably want to stack with... Oh, wait, but I don't want to stack with them because I have the thing on me, so... Alright. Alright. So far, not too big. Not a deal. Oh, place Dark Totem. Okay. Look upon the symbols, you'll find them unfamiliar. Okay. Sword, sword, shield. Shields to block, the sword is to strike, and the cross is to heal. I have no idea what just fucking happened. Okay. Place token. Okay, don't want to stand over there. Oh, I got frozen. Okay. I have vulnerability stacks, which is not a good thing for me. Mind Jack, forward march. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I didn't want to stand on the... Oh, god damn it. Help! Alright, ooh, I just got out of that just in time. Nice. I shall partake of afternoon tea. You're pulled in the ethereal tear. Oh god, what are you doing? I thought the fight was over. A starry gift for you, but you escape swiftly, and you'll earn a prize. Oh, okay, I think I see. We have to follow the path and let it... Okay, follow the people here. Yep. She's like, what? How dare you? Did everyone get out? Yep. Okay, seems like it. Panel swap. Oh, I think... I probably wanted to stand on the heal panel earlier. Alright, well, that was it. Easy enough. Alright, what do we got? Again, I'll just kind of greet all this. I'll need that since it's a roll. Alright, I did not get any of the... or the music roll, that is, but okay, whatever. I need to clear out my inventory. Quibbit? A quibbit? What the fuck? Where? So that was Helicarnassus. I must congratulate Omega on her appearance. She looks exactly as I imagined her. But if I were to pick fault, it did take certain liberties with her character. The Queen of Tail was rather more restrained. I'm glad you're safe, Samir. For a moment there, I feared you might croak. Funny, because I turned into a frog a couple times. Forgive me. You'll deserve better than that. Thanks to you, and I should have my chat up here so I can see it. Okay. Thanks to you, we are but one victory away from clearing the Deltascape. Take as much rest as you need, old friend. You've earned it. Well, let's just keep pushing forward here. Sid is eager to tackle the Deltascape's final test subject. Alright, let's see what this is about. The next battle is in Subject Delta 4, this world's final resident. From what I've been able to gather, your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an agglomeration of evil will, which assumes the form of a dark mage, all of which I suggest you ignore. His name is XIV, and he plays the role of chief antagonist in another ancient tale. Interesting. Okay, so I've seen the fight, and it's actually XIV from an older Final Fantasy. Okay, now I know the context of the fight. It's just a fake thing from him. Interesting. Okay. From Omega's creation here. So I was able to glean the specifics of his abilities. He appears to command the power of the void, as indeed the story states. When I first encountered the work, I naturally assumed said power to be a metaphor of sorts, but I'm quite sure Omega will have interpreted it as something more tangible. Alas, no amount of analysis can tell us what may happen when the Exodus calls upon the power of the Void, which is to say, beware. Tell me something, Nero. What happened at the end of the tale? Why, good triumphs over evil and the heroes defeat XIV, of course. What did you expect? I expected exactly that, which is precisely what troubles me earlier. If the heroes won, why did Omega not make them its test subjects? Ah, that's actually a good call there. If it seeks to determine the best, strongest beings, why would it bother with those who were defeated? Yeah, we've seen that like a couple times now, right? The person we just beat. One moment, Link Pearl. Ah, Biggs. At the control room, are you? What news? I see, very well. I'll tell the others. You two take care over there. We're quite far away from Cartoneau, so I'm surprised we can actually get a good signal from here to there. I thought those things had a limitation, I guess. Sorry for the interruption, that was Biggs. He reports that the status system shows every sign of being engaged, despite the fact that it clearly isn't. It can only be a malfunction. While we were able to turn it off, it would seem the reverse is not possible. The system may have taken damage during the calamity. Does it look like it could be repaired? Hard to say. They tell me it's something complex even by Algan standards. While they may be able to fix it, there's no telling how long it might take. Well then, we might keep on fighting the good fight here. Must we not? I suppose so. Nero has the right of it. At this time, focusing on XIV would seem to be our only recourse. Leave it to me. The Chocobo certainly has no objections. Come then, I would see you follow in the footsteps of the heroes of the tale. And it's of course Yoshi P and his showing love for other Final Fantasies and referencing other stuff that throwing in XIV. I don't remember which Final Fantasy it was from. Was it 4? Final Fantasy 5. Again, I haven't really played any other. Huh, interesting. So even in Final Fantasy V, just like Nero said, he's supposed to be like this tree or something. I just pulled up like a wiki on him, and because I don't really know anything about Final Fantasy V to begin with, but interesting nonetheless. Alpha is a picture of resolve. You may enter Deltascape 4 whenever you're ready. Okay, well, yeah. Let's go fight XIV. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to this fight because I honestly kind of forgot about it. It's been so long since again, another case of me looking up music videos and just happened to find this one in particular. I don't think it's one I particularly cared for, but it's just one I found. It just looked like, hey, give me songs from the OST, and there it is. So. Alright, let's see how this fight goes. This is, and I've seen bits of, but it has seemed like, I don't recall if it was like the normal fight, or if it was like the EX fight, if there is an EX version of this. I just remember the fight looking like it was difficult. Or at least long? I don't know, so, we'll have to wait and see how that goes, but. Okay, so we unlocked, what can we unlock next? Okay, so I got that, let's take that off my list. Okay, so those are hard mode dungeons. We're not even gonna touch that one for the time being. Okay, so let's go back to Rogger's Reach and unlock some more dungeons. And yeah, we'll depending on how far we go with this, because there's still a lot more to go, I imagine. Yeah, like I said, we'll focus on the extra dungeons first next time. And hopefully I'll have my white mage fully geared. And my tank as well. That might be a stretch, because there's a lot of grinding I'm gonna have to do for that, but we'll have to see. Definitely will focus on the dungeons first, if anything. Just to kind of get those out of the way. Okay, so this guy here has the Kill a Coral. Has been thinking about a lot about the Temple of the Fist lately. Ah, Samira, just the man I was looking for. As you may know, Rogger's Reach used to be a pilgrimage site for followers of the Fist of Rogger. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which was once the center of their religion. It was filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up until the Mad King Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I'm positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. The girl's name is Marjorie. If you are willing to help, seek her out by the doors which lead to the temple. I imagine she is still there, pestering Hortmar about to let her in. But why is it dangerous all of a sudden is the question. We will pick up other quests later. I'm not gonna... What is this one? Okay, yeah, Unwanted Truth is... another... That's a hard mode dungeon from level... That's another dungeon. We'll touch that later. We'll handle one thing at a time. Yeah, I was wondering about this when we came over here initially, but yeah, sure enough. Oh, the sound of mining body may pass. Okay. Are you also interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I might meet a fellow enthusiast. I first learned of the monks when I attended a lecture given by the historian named Eric. Ever since then, I have continued to be fascinated by the creed and their approach to life. I thought I could come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple, now that the Empire has been driven out of the region. The only issue is this man will not let me pass. The monks use the path to the temple to train. It is filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It is precisely those traps and obstacles that I wish to study. Everything I have read states that those who are able to reach the temple will come face to face with a monk of legend. Despite that, does not pique your curiosity in the slightest. Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk that has mastered their art? You wish to know, don't you, adventurer? I do, definitely, for sure. But let me go first. Are you the one who helped the resistance defeat Xenos Galvos? Well, you should be more than capable of handling whatever the temple has to throw at you then. In fact, you are truly keen to explore what lies beyond those doors. Would you mind if I joined you? I am fairly familiar with the layout of the temple grounds from all the readings I have done. I know I can be of help. Oh, please take me with you. He's like, oh god. Alright. Please make sure she makes it through unharmed. I cannot wait to walk around the grounds. So many monks train tirelessly, and this is not to mention the monk of legend who awaits us in the closed fist. Okay. So we will do that again. That will be next time. We will, I'll pick up the dungeon to do... Yeah, we have a bunch of dungeons we're going to want to do next time, so no worries there. Okay, so let's head back. Next on the list... How are we doing on time? 8:30 almost? Okay. We only got half an hour left. Jeez. It seems we're only gonna get... If there's 3 sections to the Deltascape, as has been the trend with previous normal raids. Why am I going this way? I imagine I might leave that for this time, like after this version of 4.0, and then handle the next section in the next stream or the one after on Monday, I guess. Considering that we're getting close to the end of the stream today, and I want to do dungeons next week. So let's just jump into this, and we'll see from there. Water. And that being said, Friday, we usually have a little bit more time. So we can always do all the dungeons, which at this point, you know, we have 2 lined up. Or I guess 3 now. Wait, was that on my list? I don't remember. Okay. I'll take stock after this. Finally, it is in my grasp. The power to control all creation. The power of the void. All right. My job will just be keep everyone alive. All right. Well, we know who the main tank is. I have Doom on me. Holy fucking shit. Okay. We need to be extra vigilant about keeping people alive because there's Doom on. Holy shit, okay. Definitely an important mechanic to pay attention to as a healer. Okay. Let's get a Medica out. Get that out. Pyrotech. I don't know what that does, and it's gone already, so never mind. I'm glad I was not that close by. I am frozen. Oh, get to the edge. Oh shit. I am, stack on me, guys. I am, insane currently. Alright, he's about to cast Meteor. Let's get that one out as well. I hear a thing, so I'm gonna not attempt to recover. Yep, he's being raised, so. Okay, I don't know what those are. I'll stand behind one at least. And watch my party members. Meteor again. Get another thing out just in case. slow down just a tad. Oh, okay. I see how it works. It's just a big explosion around you. I thought it was gonna be like the arrows were pointing at what line they will shoot at, but I didn't see it the first time. I was like, let me confirm. Is that meteor supposed to hit harder or something? I don't. If something goes wrong, I don't quite know. I am the Delta. I am the Omega. Okay, I know there's another fight for this. Why? The Void was mine to command. Yeah, there must be like a hard mode version of this. Or what I saw. How could it... Or maybe it was like the Savage version of it? Yes! Yet does all. Maybe that was like a... Because they've released like versions of fights over time that are like the really hard versions, but they... what do you call it? Definitely needing that. Fights that they don't keep them though. It's like whatever, it's like they put out like a really hard fight for the expansion or whatever, and then they take them away. That's what I've. Delta 4 is eliminated. No more Deltascape subjects remain. Initiating world shutdown. Did I win something? It would seem no. Ah, jeez. Back. Posture check for myself. Okay. Welcome. Where? I really do not like that mask. And the gods, you're safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Given that all of us are present and incorporeal, does this mean this area is no longer the Deltascape? Deltascape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from the other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and await further instructions. And with that, we've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It hasn't been easy, but in all, I'd say things were proceeding rather smoothly. We couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let us return to reality and enjoy what rest we can. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. Midgar? 'Tis well that thou harborest doubts, mortal, but they are misplaced. Omega could have conducted its test in complete secrecy, unbeknownst to all. Yet not only did it betray its presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou, truly? The instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them into the abyss? What are you talking about, Queer? Thou knowest not thy own purpose. Then we can but watch and wait. Outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject Alpha group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. Event found. The death of a comrade. Uh-oh. For all God's whining, I was cooperative and helpful, was I not? I look forward to the many more such forays together, hero. I have a name, you know. Feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha. Fearlessly going to battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? Where? All good. Okay. I'll take that as a yes. Well then, at the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. But perhaps I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. Okay. He looks calmer. Right then, let's head back to Raga's Reach. Jesse will want to know exactly what we've been up to. Sounds like a plan. Raga's Reach is that way? Where are you guys going? Alright, let's head back. Before we leave Raga's Reach for whatever's next, we'll pick up the next story quest. And actually, we might just do that right now, because more than likely, yeah, we'll run into this first. We'll head out where we need to. Okay, so this unlocks a dungeon, a hard mode dungeon, for a dungeon that was back in Heavensward. So there was no hard equivalent back then, and now there is one. Philiot is searching for a friend of Garland in Ironworks. Excuse me, sir, you're Samir, right? That's me. The name's Philip. Newly joined the Garland's Ironworks. Pleased to meet you. I hate to be a bother, but I've got somewhere I'd like to take you. Wedge told me he once asked you to peek inside the Fractal Continuum. Is that right? Well, the thing is, we've recently detected a strange signal coming from inside. Knowing our luck, it's likely some ancient Allagan weapon run amok. But we won't know for sure until someone goes in and find out. We're hoping that someone be you, if you're up to the job. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, thank the gods. I'll see you in Azizla then. Alright, we'll check it out in a bit, I guess. We'll pick up the other one too, just so there's less back and forth. Where? I've appraised Jessie of our travels, but you may want to let her know you return. She claims to be quite worried. Well, she's not my Jessie, so I don't really care. My Jessie's from Final Fantasy VII. I'm joking. How would Alpha react to seeing a normal chocobo, I wonder? Welcome back, Samir. I'm told you've been blazing a trail for us. The way I hear it, our investigation would have long since grounded to a halt without you. I realize you're mostly interested in saving the world, but I want you to know how much I appreciate your helping the company out like this. Frankly, we need all the help we can get. But with our esteemed president diving headlong into the jaws of danger without a word of warning to anyone, irresponsible doesn't begin to describe it. You didn't tell her. I did, after a fashion, though I may have exercised some executive discretion. I'm no stranger to your lone endeavors, or your habit of confusing personal and company interests, but just because you're always done things in a certain way, it doesn't make it the right way. And until you wake up to your responsibilities, I'm going to keep reminding you of them. But some irksome matters aside, she starts going like all Google, like, oh my god, it's so cute! Aren't you the most adorable little thing? Yep, called it. Huh? Huh? He followed you here on his own free will, did he? Which means he's basically part of the family. And why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off a simple clockwork version? They'll be queuing up in the streets. Oh, you can't beat. One of the several hells got it into you. Listen, if I've caused you any distress, I apologize, but I will not have you comment on our guest's marketability. Where are the Biggins and Weds? Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I thought you might have sent them off on another unauthorized mission. Last I heard from them, they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Would have been a good while now, though. I don't like the sound of this. Though we all have the necessary permissions, the area is technically a theater of war, and one littered with unknown elegant artifacts to boot. Something may well have befallen them. We best take the Excelsior and go and find them. Leaving again so soon. Nero, Samir, I want you to accompany the chief. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash or take any detours. All good. Consider it done. I shall bring him back even if I have to drag him by the Google straps. Or goggle straps. Why I say Google? Quiet. Want to come along, eh? It's probably for the best. If we leave you here, Jesse is liable to take a mold of you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, let's get moving. I'll bring the airship to Gridania. Wait for me at the landing. I guess that's the closest airport from here. Yeah. Alright, let's go pick up the other dungeon quest while we have a chance. Which is right here. And I think let's go just unlock the other ones. Okay, so Secret of Ooze. This is another hard mode dungeon being unlocked that was originally from Heavensward, but now we have a hard version. Look at this guy with his fucking throw. Look at this cool-ass guy here. Samir, you're a hard bloke to find. I heard you throwing in your lot with the Resistance, so I came here looking for you. Truth is, we run into a spot of bother back at the Arboretum and could use your help. If you're not too busy to breaking your fast on Garleans or whatever you've been doing out here, we've been glad for your expertise. If you fancy lending a hand, I'll be over at St. Mocianne's. However you pronounce that. Right, so St. Mocianne's Arboretum was like a... what do you call it? Like a greenhouse of some sort? Something like that? This one right here. Greatest collection of flora and fauna the realm has ever known. Okay. But abandoned and, you know, overrun by the time we were going in there. Okay, so let's go to Azisla first. We haven't been to Azisla in a while. And most likely we're gonna have to fly a fucking great distance, is it? Yeah, over there. Because the place is here. Alright, well, we're in for a flight, so, sit tight for a bit. This is the final area of, Heavensward. Big, giant fucking area to fly all about the place. The fight against the Heavensward and the, eventually the round temple of the god damn it, the Knights of the Round was there. It took place up there, so that was the end of base Heavensward, but then everything else afterwards led to the fight with Nidhogg and all that. But we recapped over a lot of that, what happened in the first episode of me streaming all this a couple months ago now at this point. Oh, look at that. Probably a bot trying to post a link to, hey, you should go and do, I don't know, I haven't look and see. Give me a sec here. I'm curious to... Is it, Oh, I can't even look back on the... Because I didn't have the thing up. I should have had this up and running. I didn't have that before. Can I... There's no way to look back on, like, other messages and stuff? Okay, well, I'll leave that alone for the time being. More than that, I'll just ban whoever that was. Okay, anyway, really out. Alright, time to take a look at this here teleporter. It should help me get inside there, I guess, because the place is right there in the background. What in blazes? Access restricted. This isn't good. Someone's already triggered the intruder defense system. The only way now would be aboard an airship, but that would mean... piloting the Enterprise. Buddy hells, how am I supposed to... Dude. I have a mount. It's fine. I can fly over there. Samir, you didn't hear that, did you? You deserve better than the Ironworks, but the truth is I'm just a simple man from the broom, meant for simple tasks. This is beyond me. So you lied to me. You're not actually part of the... With you here, though, I suppose suppose things will work out, right? To be honest, I'm worried too. What's going on in there? You're only saying that to make me feel better. Well, it worked. Thank you. Now then, as you might have overheard a moment ago, the teleporter has been locked. It seems someone's beat us here and activated the defense system. It's nothing the Enterprise can't handle, though. Once we've locked onto the signal, we can fly straight to its source in the blink of an eye. We'll depart as soon as you're ready. I mean, I can fly, so I don't... Again, we don't need the Enterprise. Okay. Alright, and we will continue that quest next time. Now that it's been unlocked. In the meanwhile, let's head over to... I guess Edelshire would be the closest place to... Yeah. Actually, this is the closer exit, so go this way. Yeah, so the Sharlians, when they lived here before the Garleans decided to attack and all that stuff, they had this place here as a collection of all their... They are very learned people. So all the fauna and flora and all that stuff, as they mentioned, but I forgot what the reason why we went in here to begin with. It was a dungeon that we didn't have to do until after the main story was done. It was kind of like optional content, really. I know you can resist. Now, before you go slaying everything in sight, let Midnight Dew explain our predicament. Oh, I haven't heard from her in a while. She's kind of like one of the leaders in the Edelshire there. There she is. Hey. What the fuck is that? Good to see you back in Dravania, Samir. The place hasn't been the same without you. You're probably wondering why I sent Sonny to fetch you. It's all down to this mucky little Kerpuker. Whatever the fuck that is. When I saw it come bounding out of the Arboretum, the first thing I noticed, besides it being covered in grime, was how bleeding lively the little sod seemed to be. We had our old friend Edith take a look at it, and she reckons the layer of mud is what's making it so excitable. It's got this daft seeking jumping around like a mad Porogoro. So imagine what it could do for our crops at the green grub murd plots. And that's where you come in. There should be more of this gunk inside the Arboretum, but we have one small problem. It also affects the more troublesome species of flora, making them downright lethal. We want to send Edgith to look into it, but it's not safe with a bunch of botanists eating plants making a nuisance of themselves. What say you, Smear? Fancy giving them a bit of a pruning? I can do that. Yeah, and just like this is kind of not necessarily tied to the story at all, but hey, it's a little side content. Have fun. Here's a new dungeon we wanted to add. Okay, cool. So that's Kugane Castle, Temple of the Fist. So we have 4 dungeons we can do next time, for sure. We'll tackle that. That's 3. Yeah, 4. Okay. So we got those done. We have them unlocked, but we'll tackle that next time, like I said. Again, just kind of going through my list here, because I had a thing I wanted to make sure I get to today. All right, so the last, okay, like I said, I'm not doing that. The Omega raids I started. I'm not doing that. That's gonna be on my own time for the time being, or maybe I'll look into it some other time. All right, so yeah, the only thing left really in terms of like additional content really is there's one additional quest there, but I tried to look into it and like what it unlocks, and I'm not 100% sure of all the details. It's like some kind of weird side content that they unlocked. Like you unlock kind of like a new play style of things, and you level up, but it's like a more traditional MMO apparently. That's kind of what I've been getting out of it. And again, I don't really understand what it's unlocking, so the best way for me to know what it is just to kind of jump in and see what it entails, really. So maybe we'll do that later at like another stream, but for the time being, we'll hold off on that. And so the only other thing right now that I have left on my list is the 24-man stuff and the hard mode Rathalos fight, but that's gonna be on my own time as well, so I will take that off my list as well. All right, so just the 24-man stuff. So again, we just kind of focus on Omega for the time being, and we'll do those dungeons. And we're at 9 o'clock now, so I think we'll end off here. Yeah, you're unlocking the same thing I am. Cool. Yeah, so next time we'll do those 4 dungeons. And after that, we'll focus more on the Deltascape Omega set of dungeons or trials, really. And we'll see how far we can get with that. If we can get through the dungeons pretty quickly, then I'll see about trying to do the last 4, or the next 4 at least, raids for the Deltascape. If again, I'm assuming it's going to be in the same fashion that there's like 3 sets of things. So this one was like 3 sets of father, 4 sets of father, 4 sets of son, and then another set of creator. And for Realm Reborn, there was the binding of coil of Bahamut, and there's a second coil and third and final coil here. So I imagine there's 3 sets again for whatever it is we're about to do here. But yeah, only time will tell. Hopefully by Friday I'll also have the rest of my gear for my white mage, so that's fully ready to go. And also, if not all of my gear, but some of the whatever I can get for my Dark Knight as well. So that way I can kind of queue up as a Dark Knight or White Mage, but most likely I'll be just queuing up as a White Mage, just so I don't have to take the responsibility of tanking without knowing the fight. At least healing is pretty straightforward for me, so. Otherwise, yeah, that'll do it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Samir the Knight, and yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday for some more dungeons and more side content as we try and get through more of the post-story content. Hope to see you then. Alright, as always, this has been Samir the Knight. Take it easy.